see you. Anyway, welcome to Patreon drum lesson number 7. This is a bass drum permutation exercise. I'm calling this the Dave Mattacks exercise. If you don't know, Dave Mattacks is a great drummer, legendary, I guess I'd say mostly studio drummer. He did play in many different bands and he's also toured, but he's played on albums with people like Paul McCartney, Elton John, George Harrison, a bazillion others, kind of folk and rock artists. And what he's known for is basically not being a flashy technical player at all, just making everything sound great, having a wonderful feel, and being someone who's just going to make everything sound good. About, 6 months to a year ago, I went to a drum clinic at the Drum Center of Portsmouth in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. If you don't know it, you should definitely check out the store. It's amazing. And the Dave Mattacks clinic, he did a lot of talking about, what it's like to be a session drummer, a studio drummer. But he did do some playing and went over some exercises. And the first thing that, I can't remember if it was the first thing he played, but the first thing I really remember, he played something that, it was kind of this bass drum permutation exercise that I'm going to teach you now. But what really struck me when he played it was just how great he made it feel. It just had a beautiful sound to it. So I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm going to show you kind of the basic version, and there's many things we can do, variations to work on different aspects of playing. I'm just going to show you the basic thing today and one little variation, and maybe in the future we'll do others. So here's what's going to happen, okay? With our hands, we're going to play very simply. We're going to have eighth notes going in the right hand. This is a slow 4/4 tempo, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to put a little bit of emphasis on the downbeats, the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not a heavy accent, but maybe something like this, just making it feel really good and relaxed. Snare drum, just a nice 2 and 4. And I'm really trying to get the same feel that I remember Dave Mattacks getting, which was just he was not playing heavy. It just sounded beautiful, like I said. So that's what I'm going to go for. So the hands together should be something like this. And now for the exercise. So it's going to be 8 measures long. It could repeat, but I'm just going to play it for 8 measures. The bass drum is going to play straight quarter notes on 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the first 2 measures. Then, after 2 measures, for measures 3 and 4, it's going to get pushed back by a 16th. So now it's going to be 1 E, 2 E, E, E. For measures 5 and 6, it gets pushed back again. It's going to be on the and. And for measures 7 and 8, it gets pushed back to the last 16th. 1 E and a 2, a 3, a. Here it is. I'm going to play through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. One thing that there's many things, but one of the things that I really like about this is it's something that you can really focus on the exact placement of the bass drum. You can focus on the exact timing. So make sure when you're playing it, you're really listening critically to what's happening. And if you can't do that while you're playing, just record yourself, listen back. You want to make sure that the bass drum, when it's, let's say, on the E, the second 16th note, that every time you hit it, all for the full 2 measures, it's exactly in the same place between the hi-hats. And if it's not, you want to keep working on it, okay? Now, if you wanted, just let's say you want to make this a really heavy rock exercise, you could play it that way. You could just get really powerful eighth notes going, huge backbeat, and just kind of bury the bass drum beater on and everything. It's not going to sound that good on this tiny Gretsch micro kit, which is more of a jazz kit with the setup, but you could do that. I'm going to show you one variation. I recommend making sure you can really play the first one well, but first variation, all we're going to do is reverse the hi-hat emphasis. So now instead of emphasizing the 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to emphasize the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm going to try to make it feel almost exactly the same except for that. So now the snare will be in between like this. Here goes. I'll play the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. I may have left out a bass drum somewhere. I'm not sure. But anyway, as you're practicing this, I would really just really try to focus on the feel. Make sure everything's sounding good. I do recommend you record yourself and listen and watch back. And we have many more things we can do with this in the future. Enjoy. And if you want to support me on patreon.com, it's patreon.com/MattGraberMusic, and that would be awesome. See ya.